Hello, everybody, and welcome to our very first Friday update of 2025. It is January 3rd. I hope today brings a lot of wonderful celebrations for you and your family and friends over the holiday season. If you're like me, you're feeling a little fluffy right now for all the food that we ate, but hopefully you're ready to put all of that away and get back to business. I know I am. So let's dive right in to our first update. So our top performers for the week. Guys, we have been busy working. People have been out there digging up contracts, closing deals. We are doing a lot of transactions right now. Congratulations in volume to our individual producers, Jin Kim, Lisa Decarlo, Saman Maleki, Noble Davis. Nice job there, our PB in DC. Principal broker in the District of Columbia, for those of you that aren't following along with my acronyms. And Pam Ball, congratulations for individual transactions. Dilyara Daminova, Claudia Cornejo, Lisa Decarlo, Pamela Ball, and Chandra Kakani. Congratulations, you guys. When we switch over to teams, we've got the Shepherd Homes Group in volume, the A Team, One South Realty Group, Fox Homes Team, and the Casey Samson Team. Nice job, you guys. For volume and by transactions count, we've got a little bit of a shuffle. One South Realty Group, the Monumental Team, Shepherd Homes Group, the A Team, and Carolyn Young Homes. Congratulations, everyone, for your top producer status for last week. Now, as we go into the 2025 year, please remember that we are running volume for our company awards. Our company awards do start at $5 million. So if you have off-market transactions and or new construction that you have not put in the MLS, you have to put it in the MLS. Guys, I love you and I want all of your volume to count for your awards, but I cannot go through 6,000 agents and all of their off-market transactions and start adding altas. So you have to put it in the MLS to get credit. Remember that Bright does have, and I'm sure CVR and Rain also have, restrictions on how long in the past that you can put transactions in. Bright's now 30 days. If you don't put it in, they are not going to let you add it later. So please make sure that you put your off-market and your new construction transactions in as soon as you close. It gets, one, it's a great comp, but two, you want to make sure you get all of your volume credit. So we will announce the date of our awards. It's going to be sometime in February, like we normally do towards the end, but 5 million or 10 transactions get you into award category. Listen, if you don't have that, that's great. You can aspire to it next year. You don't necessarily need to email me and ask me if you should put your volume in. You don't have to. I've gotten some emails, but if you want awards and you've sold more than 10 or 5 million, please make sure you put that data in the MLS. We've got some great announcements, guys. We have changed our sales meeting. If you were not in our last sales meeting or the one before, we've had some great guests. We've tightened it up. It's locked and loaded. Donnie and I come in with some guests. There's no tomfoolery. There's not a lot of joking around to make it the Sarah and Donnie show and have a lot of conversation with the audience. We are literally pulling it together on Zoom so that you can watch this training and get some meat from the training no matter where you are, in your car, in your pajamas. You don't even have to put on pants. Just jump right in to our live conversation where you can ask questions to two high-performing guests that we bring on that talk about different subject matter. It's a tight conversation, hour and a half max, and it is Zoom so that you can participate no matter where you are. You don't have to spend the day and drive into Chantilly. Our next one is Wednesday. Wednesday. Oh, that was Southern. Wednesday. We're going to go Wednesday. Wednesday, January 15th at 9 a.m. We start at 9. We're done by 10:15, 10:30, and it's a very, very tight conversation. You can see our Zoom pictures there where we've done some of that. Our last meeting, we were fortunate enough to have Casey Samson in, talk about some of the things that were important to his business. We had Dustin Fox in talking about some of the things important to his business. And we are spinning off different types of trainings based on the conversations that we're having with you and those top producers to figure out what you want to learn more about. So watch out, coming soon in January and February. We've got a whole new training platform lined up. We are revamping all of our training and all of our different engagements with you as agents to help you learn better in areas that you want to learn in. So keep in mind, we are all over the place as well for our Realtor Lunch and Learns. Donnie and team are in Gaithersburg on Tuesday, January 7th. That's my birthday. I will be 29 again. for those of you counting. On January 14th, they will be in Richmond, Springfield on the 30th. We're in Tysons on the 8th, Annapolis on the 15th, Waldorf on the 4th, Manassas on the 9th, and White Marsh on the 28th. As you can see, we are spread out all across the footprint so that if you have someone that maybe doesn't want to go in their back door and have a meeting in a room full of people, that they might know someone, that they might want to go a town over, or you're going to be in the area that day, they can go to any of them. Don't forget to go to joinsamson.com. All of our Lunch and Learn events are there that they can register and go to, as well as the video, as well as the recruiting material. Remember, this is the time of year where people's business gets a little bit slower, and that you might have a friend that you've worked with that would be great at Samson and fit our culture, and we would love them and they would love us. This is a great engagement for them to be able to come, and you can also earn some dollars on the money tree from our rewards. Remember, we don't want people we don't like. So please don't just mass blast people to get them to come. We want great, ethical, professional realtors that would fit well with our culture. And then there are the ways as well on the Cardinal Nest Recruiting Rewards big blue button that has the ability for you to earn money, as well as the details of how you get that money. You have to either introduce the agent to Donnie or team, or put in a form, or have them attend a lunch and learn. You can't just see that a friend of yours joined 3 months ago and go back and say, hey, I did that. That's my friend. You've got to be a participant. You don't have to do a lot. You just have to make an introduction, but you've got to be a participant. But all of those details are on the recruiting rewards on the Cardinal Nest. So guys, we have not fallen off a cliff. I know that 2024 was a slow month for many people, and they were not exactly where they wanted to be in sales, and the same could be said for 23 and 22. However, 25 is looking up, and all indicators are that we're going to have more inventory and we're going to have more transactions. But we have not fallen off a cliff. We are so very fortunate that our people are still selling and still engaging. So even the month of the last week of the year, where most people took off, if you look at these stats, the 23 through 30, we had 4 days off here that most companies were closed, that most people checked out and were with family and friends and eating and drinking and being merriment all over the place. We still had contracts coming in. So congratulations, you guys, you were still selling. If you look at the contract price, you can see pricing is still key, guys, because you can see on all of these days on market is elongating. West Virginia, you guys have gotten your pricing down. You've really tightened up your pricing well. Maryland, DC, you guys need to tighten up your pricing. You're still shooting too high. When you've got 22 plus days on market and it's 67% of your inventory, it means your pricing's off, your pricing too high. You can't price where the seller wants it. You got to price where the comps are, where the buyer pool is, not where the blips sold at. You've got to price where the buyer pool is for that value. If you look at the contract price, about a third coming in lower than list. Again, the market is a little softer right now, even though we don't have a ton of inventory. It's the time of year and people checking out. We've got, a third to a little bit more, almost half for list price in our jurisdictions. And then we still have some higher than list price. If you price it right, it will sell. And my guess is that a lot of those that sold in that 0 to 7 days, if you look on the 7-day market, were probably priced right, or maybe even a little bit low to generate all that market activity, because it does correlate. Financing to cash, you can still see that there's still cash deals out there to be had, but most of them have financing contingencies in them, not just financing, but financing contingencies. Seller subsidy, you can see those seller subsidies are coming back. West Virginia, you're still holding tight, but Virginia and Maryland, DC, you're still seeing a little bit over a third of those deals have seller subsidies in them. You can see those financing contingencies. They are still very, very strong. 86%, 73%, 82% have the contingencies in them. Appraisal contingencies, again, that correlates. Most people do an appraisal and financing together. So those are pretty close. Home inspection contingencies, we went years and didn't even see a home inspection in contracts, to the point where I had top producers coming to me saying, Sarah, can you tell me how to fill out this form? And I'd look at it, it's a home inspection contingency addendum. And I'd be like, what are you talking about? You're a top producer. And they're like, well, we've never done one. So they're back now, guys. And if you look, 86% of the homes in West Virginia, 65 in Virginia, 85 in Maryland, DC, had home inspection contingencies in there that were negotiated. So you guys need to learn how to do that and do it well, not turn in a 42-page, home inspection addendum. Contract to close. There are dates on contract to close. You can see that the majority is still sitting in that 16 to 30 or 31 to 60 days. That's standard from the date you go to contract to the date you go to closing. Love, love, love the buyer rep comp. 100% of our contracts had buyer representation to the agent written in the contract. Not the buyers paid the buyer agent, but the sellers paid the buyer agent as a term in the contract. 100%. 86% of those were more than 2%. Guys, that's fantastic. For those of you that thought the sky was falling, our world has not changed. It's just an accounting change in how it's being represented. Don't forget to make sure that you are putting that in your contracts. All right. Cardinal Nest, Samson University, we've got tons of education that's hitting. Like I said, we are revamping all of those different educational platforms. Coffee with Casey on the Cardinal Nest and on Samson University. He has a master series. He did a class looking back at 24 and surviving 25. It was an entire series he did in December. It is on the Nest. Please watch it. He knows a few things. You might not have his personality. You might not have his team. You might not have his years of experience, but he knows a few things. He's a smart dude. You're going to learn from him, apply it to your personality, apply it to your business to get just a little bit better and level up. We had a contracts class. For those of you that didn't know contracts were changing, guess what? It's January. Every jurisdiction's going to change. On that note, NVAR contracts updated in Sky Slope yesterday. Eastern Panhandle is going to be updated by the 13th of January, and we are waiting for some other deadlines for them to be rolled out to Sky Slope from the associations for the new contracts. But every jurisdiction changes in January, so there's always contract changes. Steve did a wonderful class. Of course, he did his donuts, and this place was packed, but it is on Samson University and the Cardinal Nest for you to watch. And if you did not make it in here, we had Steve Black in. He is a speaker that really did a in-depth class on AI, how to use it, social media, personal branding. That's on the Cardinal Nest for you to watch as well in Samson University. Guys, we're not expecting you to come in. We're trying to film as much as we can film to get it out to you so that you can watch it at home. Again, you don't even have to put on pants. Just turn your computer on and let it run in the background and take some stuff by osmosis. Speaking of, we got a ton of classes coming up in studio. In Chantilly, Lynn Hamilton is going to be here. We're going to do all 4 parts of Jumpstart on January 7th from 10 to 3. She is doing the series of Jumpstart. If you do not like where your business has been, if it's not where you want it to be, or if you just need to get out of your fluffery from December and January eating and you actually need to refocus on business, then hit Jumpstart and just hit the ground running and get re-engaged and re-energized on all things real estate. HQ2Us, in my opinion, are one of the best ways for you to re-engage in business. Here's why. We come to you. You don't have to spend your day coming into HQ to do all of these things. Our headquarters staff comes to you in the field. We're in Tysons on January 8th. We're in National Harbor on January 22nd. We're in Charlestown on the 29th. Every week we go to an office and teach all day long. You don't have to belong to that office. You can belong to any office. Just be there and come. It really does help take your business to the next level. So what is HQ2U? We start with networking, lead generation using our resources so that you can really plug in and make sure that you're using the resources that we give to you for free. Not that you have to go out and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars for, but the resources that we have that you can use for free. We teach you how to use Real Scout and other tech platforms in your business. Donnie and I come in and we give you our opinions, because if you know us, we have a lot of opinions and we're happy to share them on any topic that you have a question on. So you ask questions, we ask you questions, we give you tidbits on what we would do today and what we would use today to build our business. We do, Cardinal Title comes in and teaches a great legal class, sometimes estate, sometimes horrors in real estate, sometimes 1031 tax exchange, whatever the topic is that the office is asked for. We will teach that class. We give you lunch. We teach you how to do digital CMAs, how to convert leads, buyer's agency classes. These are all things that are relevant to your business to help you get going in your business planning for 2025, and then using the Print Center to generate business, because we do so much in free resources and people just don't take advantage of it. So if you want your business to be different, then you have to do something different, right? So dive into your HQ2Us to learn more. So what else is happening on the Samson calendar? All of this is available to you on the Cardinal Nest under calendar. Lynn does a weekly class on boosting, basically holding you accountable for the business that you're doing. Because if we're not accountable, we don't do it. Print Marketing 101 on January 6th. Jumpstart, as I mentioned, on the 7th. Bold Trail Basics. Again, do you have a CRM? Are you using a CRM? Do you have campaigns? Do you use it and tie it into your website so that you can get leads and things like that through your website? Bold Trail Basics. Sky Slope Training with Stephanie. All of this is on the 7th. We're in HQ2U. Tyson's on the 8th. The Bold Trail series, again, every week there is a new Bold Trail class. Mastermind, if you want to level up, get in the mastermind where you currently are and learn about the issues that are working with people that are in that same production zone so that you guys can level up to the next level and work through issues at your current existing level, the obstacles that you have to level up. Those masterminds are virtual. They're every month. They're great to attend. Fast Track to Commercial Real Estate with Aladdin. He's going to be teaching you commercial real estate issues. I believe this is probably with Kara or Kim. MR Maryland is doing contract and addendum changing on Friday the 10th. We've got the weekly mortgage update with First Heritage, and then Sky Slope with Stephanie. Guys, there's orientations almost daily on all things Samson. What's changed? What have we added? What resources can you use? Who do you talk to? Dive into that calendar so that you can see what's available to you and take advantage of it as everyone else is checked out because it's going to snow this weekend. Sorry. You dive in and you do some learning and training on the Cardinal Nest. Thank you so much, guys, for everyone that's close with Cardinal. Like I said, we are staying steady. We have not fallen off the cliff, and that is a tribute to you all every day doing your best to close at Cardinal Title and giving our title company a chance to earn your business. It really fuels the engine of everything that we do here. It gives us all of our resources that we can roll back into your real estate business. Your support of Cardinal Title allows us to do that. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you have not used Cardinal and you're willing to give them a try, I would love to make the introduction. Donnie and I would love to make the introduction to you, to Cardinal, to find someone that can help you close your transactions and process your transactions in a manner that you are accustomed to. If you like a lot of communication or a little communication, we can match you up with someone that will help work the business at your speed. We would love to be able to do that in an effort to help you find a great partner with Cardinal Title. So guys, this weekend, for those of you that are not following Jay's Wintry Mix on Facebook, who quite frankly is the who's who of the weather patterns, they're calling for a little bit of snow. And I, if you know me, love the fluffy white stuff. So woohoo! Let it snow, people. I'm so excited. Bring it. I hope this weekend brings you joy, fun, snow, lots of business opportunities to have conversations. You guys reset yourself. Kick off next week, the first full week of the 2025 season. Ready to go, ready to hit the ground running. And I hope 2025 brings you much prosperity, much success, and great health. Thank you so much for everything you do, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye. Love the fluffy white stuff. So, woohoo! Let it snow, people. I'm so excited. Bring it.